breastfeeding, it takes time to tackle through the first couple of months. Some people will think, oh, once I have my baby, my milk will just come. But they probably don't understand breastfeeding is a demand and supply.
Yes.
The more the baby demand on the breast, the more you produce. If you're not knowing this, you probably feel like, oh, I don't have enough, and I'll just switch straight over to formula feeding. I mean, even though you're going on formula feeding, is totally fine. If you're not mentally prepared for breastfeeding, or if you got no support for that bottle feeding, one for your family is totally okay.
So that's very important to know. So you have to have support. So we'll give you an example of what support means. So just say in the middle of the night, you've got to feed the baby. So I'll hand over to Zoe. She'll explain what support means.
So the best way, because when your baby is still, the first month, they will get a couple of the growths that they will demand on your breast pretty much maybe every 1 hour, which is quite normal, especially overnight. So if you can breastfeed your baby and then just breastfeed and pass your baby to your husband.
Are you listening, dads?
So he can settle the baby and then you can sleep. Because it's like a loop, 1 hour, half an hour breastfeeding, another half an hour to settle your baby. Lots of 4 hours sleep. And if you're not sleeping enough, you will feel tired, you feel sad, you feel like you're not good at anything, you feel like you're failing yourself or failing your family. That's not the truth. You need support. The other thing is, if you're really keen for breastfeeding, you can also see a lactation consultant.
Where? How do you see them? Do you book them at the hospital, or do they come?
It depends if it's in public, private. They do have lactation consultants. But even though just in public hospital and private hospital, all the midwives, they know how to support breastfeeding. Some specific issue that may need lactation consultant, like tongue tie, things like that. But usually breast midwives are a good resource. Even in the community, there are breastfeeding workshops. They are a good one to go to.
Could you go with your baby?
You can just Google breastfeeding support in the community. Usually they will pop up.